So I've made some good old rookie mistakes, and I'm gonna share them with you. But first, I just want to put back out there that the decals are for sale. $3 a decal, coming in white and silver. They're about 5 inches. Now till August 31st, each decal is an entry towards a chance to win this guy. Quarter intake for a V6 car, even including an old piece from an APOC intake from back in the day. Goes underneath the throttle body and acts as a heat shield. I don't know if this is a thing or not. I was looking at numbers the other day and I found that this right here being filmed and you viewing is actually video number 150. Kind of a big thing to me because I wasn't gonna do more than just a couple videos. And here we are 4 years later and 150 videos. So there are definitely more things planned for the future with these cars. Definitely a reason to keep the channel going. But fun little fact, now let's talk about our rookie mistakes. So, made 2 rookie mistakes. First one being paying attention to what you order. So I mentioned before this thing needed a belt. It separated a little bit, so no big deal. Went on Rock Auto, fired away, 01 Grand Am V6, belt, order, boom, on the way. And here's what we got. So 2195 kind of represents the sizing. Then I came and went to remove mine and noticed a different number on it. I think it was like 2205 or something like that. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal, right? It was a big deal. So this 2195 is small enough that the tensioner, right, our tensioner down here, it couldn't reset back far enough to even get that belt on. So after a little bit of backtracking and looking into it, you know, my car had the correct part number or whatever, and the local parts store actually had one. I was able to go down and grab it, not kill the bank, and got that taken care of. But now I have a belt that is pretty much useless because the 03 Pluses with the different idler pulley, alternator pulley, blah, 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 they're actually even bigger. Take from that this, pay attention when you order parts, especially with sizing things. You know, if you see different sizes, definitely double check what you got against what you're ordering. That way you get your right part the first time. Rock Auto would have had the right part if I would have just stopped for a second and paid attention. So, don't rush. Measure things. Rookie mistake number 2. Assuming. So this whole grinding issue. When I tell you I have a grinding noise in the front end, goes to speed. First thing almost all you're gonna say, wheel bearing. And 90% of the time, you're gonna be correct. It's just a thing with these cars. The wheel bearings go. Even changing aftermarket ones, they don't last very long, it happens. So we had changed this wheel bearing, changed the axle shaft that goes from the wheel to the trans, intermediate shaft, we're gonna call it. It has a bearing on it. It was actually bad, so it wasn't like it was changed for nothing. But change all that on that side. I know I had changed this last year, so I marked it off then. And at the time, we really couldn't pinpoint where the noise was coming from. Well, now that it's getting worse, I was finally able to pinpoint it's over on this side of the car. Specifically when only this wheel is spinning. So I'm 95% sure it is a wheel bearing. Outside of that, now we are really looking at the trans, and that would be the differential binding up for whatever reason. This thing did sit for all of July because I was waiting on trans fluid because I was concerned that was a problem. I changed that. The old fluid looked good. It didn't feel thin. There was no signs of any kind of contamination in it. You know, no speckles, no middle pieces, nothing. It's a good sign, and hopefully wheel bearing is what we're dealing with here because that'll be quick fix. It's on the way, but you'll have to wait for that for the next video because we're waiting on parts, and this is just an update. Couple other quick things before we wrap up. So obviously that's the info on this guy. The Daily's going to be getting its own overhaul here soon. I think that's my decision. Both it and the truck need quite a bit of front end work. Really, the only other thing I want to take care of that is coolant flush and tires. And I mean, other than that, she's been doing good. Just some noises in the front end. So the cam car, I think we finally struck gold and have eradicated the water problem. For whatever reason, the way the hood's set up, it was pouring water onto the engine. So between sealing the hood and siliconing in that rear valve cover grommet, where the PCV goes, I think that's what we were dealing with. Now, tuning, it's a bit of a back and forth thing right now. I really think I'm going to have to get in DHP to really fine tune that, because I'll get the idle dialed in, right? Then we'll have a starting problem. So I'll turn around and I'll get the starting problem dialed in, and it'll turn back into an idle problem. I'm really, like I said, I'm really feeling like DHP is going to be the help there, which we'll have to get another PCM with the correct service number on it. That way I can get into that and hopefully solve that. Otherwise, it runs really good. You know, right now it fires right up every time, but it definitely fights coming to a stop. But I've been learning more and more every time I dig into it. So he still drives it, still gets its good gas mileage. I get some learning out of it. Last thing as I ramble on here, upcoming big events. If you're in Northeast Ohio area, there's a big event at the Youngstown Airport, August 6th and 7th. It's called Wings and Wheels, and huge event. It used to be at a little private airport, but it's grown so much now they put it at the actual, the Youngstown Airport. Probably one, if not both days, I'll be out with this guy. Beyond that, you have one of the big Grand Am meets in Wisconsin, August 20th. I'll be up there for the weekend. In September, we have the Pittsburgh one I'm putting together. I've got a GM show. I've got a cruise route with some stops for pictures. What I think should be a really cool place for dinner. You know, just a cool little 2-day thing going on there. I set it up to everyone meet up Saturday, do all our stuff, cruise, whatever, and then the show is Sunday morning, and then we'll depart after that. That is September 18th. Oh, I did skip over one. September 3rd, Menor, Ohio. One of my buddies helps put this one on. Look it up. It's called Roar by the Shore. It's a Saturday, I believe. I plan on being up there, hopefully with this guy. And then the last one of the year, last big one of the year anyway, is Canada. So October 1st is when we're actually going to officially meet. We're going to head up there, I think, that Thursday, get settled in. We're taking some stuff up for one of our fellow enthusiasts. Appreciate Canada the best we can while we're there, because it's not something that's going to happen too often. So that is the update. Hasn't been a great year. Hopefully we can round off the last couple months here with these fun events. Get out, meet you guys, cruise, enjoy the cars. You know what it's all about. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. They can actually. It's cool. I'll wait for the button. Wait for the button. Push the button. You're not pushing the button. Push again. There you go. She's a little old. I don't know why the back ones are so nice. It's very awkward. It's making you a liar now.